Hi there, my name is Ron Rogers, and this presentation is titled Things People Forget on Airplanes. Now, often people forget rather innocuous things on airplanes, hats, coats, gloves. I've even heard of wedding dresses. That's kind of interesting. But, books, things like that. Nothing too unusual or anything like that. But every once in a while, there's something that gets a little more interest from the powers that be. Now, I was a second officer on the 727. We're down in Orlando, and we're doing a turn out of Chicago. And we're in the cockpit there getting ready for the next leg. And the cleaner comes up, and he's holding this box with all sorts of flashing lights. And he says, "I found this back there." He said, "I think it's a bomb." And, okay. Well, at least it didn't have an anti-lift device, did it? Because it would have blown up. So it's nice that he brought it into the cockpit when he thinks it's a bomb. So I asked Captain, "What do you want to do?" And he says, "Well, we better call the bomb squad." So we called the bomb squad. They come out to the airplane. Of course, you got the guy in the bomb squad suit. He goes out there, and we got out of the airplane, of course. We evacuated it, and he's down there. And then he comes on out a little bit later after he looks it over, and he had turned the thing upside down, and it said something like Earth Magnetic Resonator Health Device. So apparently somebody had left their, without getting in trouble here, saying somewhat of a quack device on the airplane that caused a lot of consternation. I don't know what they did with this device, but we got it off the airplane, and away we went. Now, later on, I'm moved up to captain on the airplane now, and we're in San Diego, actually, and we're getting ready to leave, and the gate agent comes down and says, "We got a problem." So I'm on the jetway. We haven't loaded any passengers yet, and I'm walking up it towards the gate area, and the ticket agent comes down, and she meets me and says, "We got a problem." And I go, "What?" And he says, "Well, we got a bag, and it's buzzing." And I said, "Okay." Well, they pulled it off. She go, "Yes, they have." And I said, "Well, find out who it belongs to, and we'll have her paged." And when I said that, the gate agent kind of hit me and laughed and that. But we found out who it was, and it actually belonged to a guy. So, page the guy, have him come down into the jetway from the terminal area, and we said, "Hey, we got his bag there, and it's buzzing." And he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He says, "That's my nose hair trimmer." And he opens it up, turns it off, and is very apologetic in that. And we said, "Hey, it's no problem, just, but it obviously got the ramper's attention." And you know how airplanes are packed, they're busy and stuff like this, and people can leave things behind. Well, somebody left a device that looked a lot like this. And of course, you all know what this is. This is a therapeutic neck massager. Yeah, why this thing was even out on the airplane, I have absolutely no idea. And the cleaning person actually said to me, "What should we do with this?" And I said, "Well, you better turn that into lost and found. Somebody's really missing it, I'm sure." Well, here's a story that actually predates my airline career, but it kind of is related to a situation with a bag on an airplane, so I thought I'd relate it. Back when I was in college, I worked for the Johnson County, Iowa Sheriff's Department as a radio operator. And I actually had some friends that I knew that lived, they were students, and one of them was getting ready to go on a trip. Well, one of the guys thought it'd be really fun, and it wasn't really related to my employment with the sheriff's office or anything like that. It just happened to be a coincidence. They thought it'd be really fun to take and put their bag in front of the sheriff's office door and then run away. They thought that was pretty funny. Well, this was at a time during the Vietnam War was going on. And there were a lot of riots on campus, actually, at the University of Iowa. Iowa Book and Supply had their windows broken out. A lumber yard actually was burnt down. And there's a few interesting stories around that, too. But anyway, there was a lot of stuff going on, and there had been one bomb set off in town and stuff like that. So it was a time of rather tenseness. So the sheriff's office people decided they're not going to take any chances. So they take the bag and they put it on the front steps of the sheriff's office. You know, they moved it. That's something you never want to do with a bomb, is move it, but they did. And they put it on the front yard there, and then they took shotguns and blew it apart. I guess that what they hoped was a safe distance if it was a bomb. Doesn't sound like a real smart move to me, looking back on it, but they kind of destroyed it. And in the process, they found some identification inside, and I said, you know, when they brought it in, they were going to try to track this down. I said, well, I know that guy. And so I call him up and I said, hey, what's going on here? And he goes, oh, I had some friends. They thought it would be real funny. They'd take my suitcase down in front of the sheriff's office. And I said, well, I got good news and I got bad news. We've got your suitcase. I go, oh, great, because I'm getting ready to go on a trip. And I go, yeah, it's not in the same shape you may have left it. So I don't know how he related with his friends after that. I never found out, but I'm sure that was a prank they weren't very happy about. Anyway, those are a few brief tales of things left on airplanes, or things that almost got onto airplanes but suffered dire consequences. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.